Coach, what's it like to have Jarrell Presley back in the mix? You know, you obviously missed him during spring ball a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's explosive. You know, I don't know, you know, per carry last year, he might have led the nation in yards per carry. I think he had 4 runs over 60 yards. He's explosive. You know, has he matured enough to be able to do maybe what Casey Carrier did a couple years ago and carry the ball as many times as Casey carried it per game and per season? Or is he just a guy that's going to continue to be a guy that teases you, you know, with some big runs? You know, is he ready to take the next step? And that's what we've talked about. That's what we've worked on. Really going into my 4th year here with him. Is he a guy that's just going to hit the home run every once in a while? Or is he a guy that can hit the home run every once in a while, but also be consistent down after down, like we got spoiled when Casey Carrier was here? But yeah, it's great to have him back. He's had a great summer. He looks unbelievable physically. Didn't go back to Delaware over the break. He stayed out here. So yeah, it's exciting to have him back. He definitely provides you know, something you can't coach, and that's touching the ball and taking it to the house at any second.
How about in regards to Lamar Jordan? Is he starting to take kind of command of this team and ownership and, you know, potentially getting that starting job?
You know what? Right now he is. He really is. You know, this morning we had some walkthroughs and things, and Lamar kept the young running backs out on the field by himself, getting some of those young guys up to speed just technique-wise. For a guy as young as he is, he does command a lot of respect. He just has that kind of personality. It's the same thing we saw in Frisco, Texas, when I think he went 14-1 or something in high school. But we know right now it's easy. You know, right now there's been no setbacks. You know, so my age probably brings out the skeptic in me a little bit, maybe the cynical in me a little bit. It's all good right now. You know, the true test will come as we go down this road, because there's a lot of twists and turns ahead.
When you decided not to go to Ruidoso this year, did you think you might go back later, and were you surprised when UTEP jumped right in there?
You know, I don't think very far ahead. You know, I knew this year that it would be good for us not to go. You know, obviously financially, we've been able to take that money, around $50,000 that we spent to go there, and really feed our players in the off season, which is huge. You know, for us to be able to do that. We're also able to reimburse our players for staying here on campus. And the reality is they rent out their places, whether they're in Casas, Lobo Village, or off campus. They pay for the whole month of August. And we were paying for them to stay in Ruidoso. We can actually put that money in their hands to pay for the first 2 weeks. And then I think just to be here with the weather, you know, it is significant weather difference down there. And just to be here in the heat, be here in the sunshine, have the ability to go inside, have the ability to maybe go at night, to switch it up. You know, our facilities on a day-to-day basis, Rick, have become so good with our eating situation, with our weight room, that that's as good as it was. You know, it's hard to not do it here. So I haven't even thought about the future. You know, I'm worried about tomorrow right now.
Is there any momentum or carryover from the way you guys finished last year?
You know, I think so. You know, I think we've seen that through the off season. You know, and the way we finished, you know, if you really go back to whether it was, you know, Boise State, whether it was at Utah State, you know, obviously the Colorado State game, you know, we got off to such a poor start with the drop kickoffs, but it wasn't just the Wyoming game that we won. You know, we played some really good teams very close late in the season. So there's no question that there's expectations and there's confidence. So I guess there is some momentum from that. And, you know, there's nothing like that feeling of walking off that field against Wyoming and winning that game after all the frustrations that we had up to that point. So, yeah, I think there is some momentum. I really do.
And do you like that, you know, these guys aren't scared to say, hey, you know, our goal is a bowl game, that the expectation is higher?
Yeah, I think you guys have been around me enough. You know, I never say anything, quite honestly, just for effect. I don't say anything that I don't truly believe. And I think our football team becomes a reflection of their coach after we've been here going into the 4th season. So they believe that. You know, that's not something to try to say to maybe get people in the stands or try to just tease people. That's something that they really believe. Now, will that happen? Well, let's all find out. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. And I think we have a chance to be a much better football team. I really do.